Yo, check this out.
Previously heard. Good Hope FM. Let's go.
If you are just joining us, you're just catching us for an exclusive interview. Bella Monsoon. Have you checked out on TikTok? Well, we get to know her right here on The Great Drive.
Cape Town's youth. Keep your dreams alive.
The world awaits your brilliance. Hashtag Future Cape Town.
Good Hope FM, Cape Town's original.
Absolutely, man. It's your boy Casey coming live and direct. It is Youth Month, and joining us, listen, she is an activist, an educator, true crime. We're going to get into that. She also is a business lady, and she loves all things SA. Qualified, man. I'm talking about she has a psychology honors graduate as well. She's registered in the mental health field with experience in understanding and assisting within lived trauma of South Africans. And more than that, she boasts over 350,000 TikTok followers online. Bella Monsoon, welcome to The Great Drive. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Before the interview, I was told that I shouldn't look into your eyes because your eyes are very controlling. Is this true?
Mystical eyes. You'll have to find out.
No, but you look absolutely awesome. I see that the color here, is this the color for this week or are you changing it again next week?
You actually caught me at a new color. This is my winter color. So we're now in our purple phase. I was blue just literally last week.
Why purple?
Well, purple was my first color when I went colorful, and I think I needed to go back to my roots. I love the darker purples for winter. It's just my thing.
Absolutely. For those that don't follow you online, and who is Bella Monsoon and where did you come from and why do you like your crimes and conspiracy so much?
Well, I'd say that I like the crime and conspiracy just because I have an interest in the human mind.
Okay.
I love to know why people do the things that they do.
Okay.
And I've always been interested in true crime. I used to watch crime investigation as a teenager. And so that kind of naturally progressed into me incorporating that into my content.
Absolutely.
I started off as a beauty creator.
Okay.
So that was very far away from where I am now. And I decided to start incorporating a little bit of the knowledge that I've gained outside of social media into my stuff. And so I want to try and help others understand why people do the things that they do.
Okay, like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer and, more relevantly, like all the South African people, because there's a lot of South African perpetrators that people just don't know about. They're living next door to you, potentially.
Give me an example. Hey, man. Hey, this is getting deep. Yo.
Well, like Boetie Boer.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure you might have seen a documentary recently on Showmax. They did a documentary on him. But he was a cannibal, and there was a lot of other stuff that he went into that I will not mention on air because it's not child friendly, it's not PG friendly. But there's a lot of stuff that he did that a lot of people would not even know is happening right behind your own door.
This is crazy. It's kind of scary. It's kind of horrifying, if I may say so.
Just a little bit.
Bella Monsoon in studio. You know, she talks about how she dives into conspiracies and crimes and the mind. If you've never experienced it online, listen to this.
Now you may have very well seen this little girl's face spread across your social media pages or in your Amber Alerts. For those who haven't though, this is Jocelyn Smith. Decided to cut her body up for disposal. Wearing gloves and Lynette's burgundy hoodie, the man in the home would state that he was paid by her to clean her home. Sounds kind of suspicious to me. Picturesque town concealing a seedy underbelly. A seemingly perfect husband hiding dark secrets and desires. Innocent women who had their lives stolen from them.
If you have any questions, 071-286-0639. Bella Monsoon joins us in studio. Ooh, it feels spooky in here, man.
The Great Drive with K-Easy.
The Great Drive with K-Easy. So fun and just makes me happy.
The best show to take you home.
Exclusive to Good Hope FM.
If you are just joining us right here on The Great Drive, it is Good Hope FM, Cape Town's original. You're just in time for our first Youth Month interview. An influencer and somebody who dives deep into the mind of something very specific. Crime. Killers. I asked her something interesting just off air. If you are just joining us, Bella Monsoon is in studio.
Cape Town's youth. Keep your dreams alive.
The world awaits your brilliance. Hashtag Future Cape Town.
Good Hope FM, Cape Town's original.
So Bella, I want to say this, right? I've always wondered for a long time, why there are like these documentaries and these stories about these serial killers. And clearly you're somebody who watches them quite deeply, right?
Of course, of course.
And in your opinion, as someone who looks into the mind and the behavior of a killer, do you think somebody is born a killer?
Oh, I love the nature versus nurture debate. That is literally my favorite discussion to have.
Okay.
And to put it simply, I don't think that anyone is born a killer. There is no serial killer gene or makeup in the brain that can be attributed to killing, to having that kind of violent streak that ends in murder. You can have a predisposition for violence, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to kill someone.
Okay.
But I think it is more a variety of factors that work together. That's why my series is actually from a trauma-informed point of view. So that looks at basically the role that adversity, trauma, and early life experiences have in actually shaping together and creating, if you will, the perfect storm, which is many factors working together to actually create the circumstances that lead someone to actually commit the crimes that they do.
Now, we live in a country that, and I have to go ahead and say this, women and children are in fear. They're in fear. Do you think there's something in our society, especially, and not with all men, but with a number of men who commit some of these horrible crimes, that we are getting wrong?
I don't think it's so much just a South African problem, but it is a worldwide problem. And it has a lot to do with a lot more like societal patriarchal norms. There is belief systems in place. There's cultural practices that also come into play, and you'll find it's not only just within one religion, within one culture, it's spread out. So it's the societal belief system that is impacting the way in which women are viewed and the way in which women are treated ultimately. And so it's not necessarily just a South African problem, but it's a worldwide problem, because you'll find the levels of gender-based violence worldwide are extremely high. They're just a lot more prevalent in South Africa, where we have many other issues plaguing us at the same time, like poverty, unemployment, and all of those lead to higher stress levels, which lead to these kinds of negative behaviors being easier to be showcased.
What is one common thing in everything that you followed with regards to crime that you just find is a constant?
An unstable childhood for the perpetrator. There are very few perpetrators, I think probably a handful, that have not grown up in some form of environment where they haven't had their parents present. They could have come from a wealthy family or from a middle class family, but had no parent involvement or had bullying in their childhood. There is always some undealt with issue within childhood that ultimately leads to the development of a lot of the characteristics that they find in adulthood.
Wow. Take care of your kids, people.
Yes, please do.
Pay attention to your kids. And Bella, for those who watch your TikTok, right, and for those who are going to From the Great Drive, what can they expect? What are you about? Just you.
Well, I don't showcase a lot of myself on there, but what I'm about is keeping individuals up to date with current news. I find like technology has actually changed the way news and information is consumed. And so now we have this younger generation who wouldn't necessarily have wanted to open up a newspaper or scroll a news site, but they're interested now. They want to be involved. They want to know what's happening in their country. And so I showcase some of the narratives that maybe don't make the main news as well, to keep you up to date and informed. And furthermore, I also update the cases. So it's not just a once-off story you'll hear on my channel, on my page. You'll actually see further updates to let you know what's going on, if justice is ever served, what's happening with our justice system. And I think it's important to be able to know what's happening in the country around us.
From your analysis, what are your thoughts on Thabo Bester?
Thabo. I actually, my page grew a lot during the Thabo Bester saga.
What are your thoughts on Thabo Bester?
Thabo Bester is a narcissist.
Yo,
like a narcissist.
Capital N! Capital N!
I mean, that latest display in court yesterday just kind of proves my point there. He thinks he can talk his way out of any and every situation. My Thabo Bester series is called Thabo Time. And so it has its own playlist, and I think it hit over 1 million or 2 million views when I first posted the first episodes when the case broke last year. So it's quite an interesting saga to stay up to date with because he's always pulling out something new.
Absolutely. For those that haven't connected with you online, how do they find you?
You can find me at Bella_Monsoon. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, and I also have a YouTube channel where I post long form content. Also Bella Monsoon.
Absolutely, Bella. I just want to let you know right now that I'm a stable individual, and you will not. I will never make it onto your channel.
Aw, that's.
I can't say that for tomorrow.
I'll have to wait to see you here, though.
I can't say that for tomorrow. Snow is tomorrow. Tomorrow's all the way over there. Tomorrow I can't say that.
Oh, stop it! This is like that movie.
Yeah.
Where you say, "Yeah, you'll never see me on the channel," and then 3 months later, this is what they go back to on the
Welcome to
channel.
the new episode.
Casey
Did you
live.
know?
Check her out online, man. Thank you so much for connecting with us. Hey, thank you for
Awesome.
taking time to come connect with us. I'm definitely going to be watching some of your stuff. I'm not going to lie. I do not watch stuff that scares me.
It's very PG. Watch out. TikTok is PG. YouTube is a bit darker because there's a less censorship there. But TikTok is very PG. You can watch it. It'll be okay.
Absolutely, man. Check out online Bella Monsoon. She was our very first interview for Youth Month.
#Future Cape Town, where dreams become reality.
Keep writing your story, one beat at a time. Good Hope FM,
Cape Town's original.